wabarakatuh. My name is Timothy Chandra. The influence of creative problem-solving learning model on study literacy numeracy ability in statistics material of class X Junior High School Part 1. Subpart 1 Introduction 2 Physics Methods 3 Result and Discussion 4 Conclusion. Introduction. The Ministry of Education and Culture of the Republic of Indonesia has attempted to issue basic literacy competition to realize national development in the area of globalism. Indonesia people must seek basic literacy skill, namely culture and civic literacy, financial literacy, scientific and linguistic literacy, digital literacy, and numeracy. The program International Student Assessment, or better known as PISA, is a triennial program organized by the OECD that targets students aged 50 years at PISA to system rating math and science skill. Then at PISA 2018, Indonesia obtained an average score of 379 and was ranked 72 out of 78 countries. This is supplied by the result of the research interview which the student was took part in the AKM, saying that they had previously working on the question given. The cost of numeracy literacy skill in Indonesia is still low, namely the teacher lacks of interest in packaging the learning process so that students are less interested in practicing in learning. So good result is not one of which is the selection model and variation of learning. This innovation, adaptation, and approach learning model that can improve numeracy literacy skill is the problem solving model 1, of which is the creative problem solving learning model. The problem solving learning model is a learning that present learning material that exposes students to problems that must be solved to achieve the goal of learning mathematics. The creative solving learning model is a learning method that focuses on teaching and problem solving skill for the strengthening skill. Creative problem-solving learning process 1. Problem clarification 2. Brainstorming 2. Opinion discussion 3. Evaluation and selection 4. Implementation. Numerically, literacy is the knowledge and skill to as various kinds of number and symbol relates to basic mathematics to solve critical problems in various contexts of everyday life and be and list information present in various forms, graphs, tables, sheets, apps, and then as the interpretation of the result of the analysis to ethics, and draw caution and decision. As per indication of normative literacy skill as for indicator formulating the problem explains. Student can understand the problem and formulate them what with what is know and what is asked. Indicator using mathematical computation explaining student can ask some mathematical formula and compute from the from real problem. Indicator interpreting solution explanation student can solve problems using mathematical concepts a priority and conclude that has been solved. Indicator evaluation solution or rules. Explanation student can re-evaluate the rule of B up to re-explain the rule that have been complex. Based on the decision, the author wanted to create out a study extend the purpose of critical solving learning methods model in student literacy numeracy skill in statistical material for class X for junior high school 521. The purpose of the study is not that water 3 is a significant effect of the creative problem-solving learning model in studying literacy numeracy skill in statistic material for class X junior high school 521. Next, research methods. This study uses a quasi-experiment research using a quantification approach with research design using a pretest post-test control group. The population in this study were students of class X junior high school 521 with a total of 193 students. This study used two classes, namely class XA as the experiment class and class XA as the control class. Samples were taken from the cluster random sampling technique. Data collection technique from this study with the test method. The test in question are pre-test and post-test. Analysis of research data used in the drawing conclusion. Then data always was carried out in the from the significant difference are not in studying literacy numeracy skill between the experiment class and the control class based on the result of the finally ability test. The analysis is to see whether theory is a significant effect of the creative problem-solving learning model on study numeracy literacy skill in class X statistics at junior high school 521. The StatNet are to test for normality, test the homogeneity of variance of both are met. Then continue using the t-test, but if not full, but the continue using the Whitney test. Next, ratio and description. Data reflect the experiment class that applied creative problem-solving and the control class that applied conventional learning to mathematical problem-solving ability. The result of the final ability are present in the table. Based on the data in the table of descriptive data of student final ability test score above, it can be seen that the experiment class has a approximate test score of 84.26 out of 31 students and has a standard deviation of 50,862, where in the contrast that average pretest score was 17.22 out of 32 studying and had a standard deviation of 80,293. In the experiment class and class control, there is a deviation in the average post-test score of 40.04. To fill out whether there is a significant difference or not, the experiment class and the control class on the literacy numeracy ability, definitely test will be carried out. Before that, different tests were carried out. An analysis of the normality and homogeneity test was first carried out. It can be seen if either the Kolmogorov-Smirnov or Sapir-Whorf tests, the value of 6 for data are less than 0.05. So it can be conclusion that two data are not normality distribution. As a result, the data is not normality distribution, so that is no full fit in the normality test. So that the test carries out for data from two pre-sample of post-test data is a non-parametric statistic test, namely the Mann-Whitney test. From the table above, it is known that the Mann-Whitney test is T equal to 2 to 124 because 91, 20, 31 and 92, 32 both are greater than 20. It is not possible to ask the table of statistic quantities for the Mann-Whitney test so that the test statistic used is the z-test statistic. Meanwhile, from the table above it can be seen that because z tabel is less than or equal to mean 1.96, then the decision is rejected. If you see a ship P seek to tell of 0.000, which is similar than alpha equal 0.05. The decision of obtained is also rejected. This means that 3 is a significant effect difference in student literacy numeracy skill in class X junior high school 5 Tuban statistic material between those who are given to creative problem solving learning model treatment and those who are not treated with the creative problem solving learning model. Based on the result of this study, the following decision can be described. The creative problem solving learning model is a variation of learning in organized creative and strengthening skill to solve a problem. The learning process in the creative problem solving learning model B, providing student worksheets KPT, student try to find answer the discussion with their group. Learning in grouping makes students excited in solving problems so that students will become more active and understand in a learning process. This is in line with Rishi Wahyuni et al., which show the three are difference in interesting mathematical critical thinking skill between students who get the creative problem solving learning model and students who get the direct conventional learning model based on the precision of research data, the numeracy literacy ability of the pretest control class got an average score of 50x.09 and the post-test got a average score of 70.22. In the experiment class, the pretest literacy skill got an average score of 58.26 and the post-test got a average score of 84.26. In the normality test using the Kolmogorov, Smirnov, and Spirowiecki test, the data were not normality distribution. So the hypothesis test was created or with the main witness test be looking at based on the result of the hypothesis. It can be conclusion the it was rejected so it can be said that there is a significant influence on the application of the model learning creative problem solving on student literacy numeracy skill on statistic material for class 5 junior high school 5 Tuban. Based on this description, the statistic material when applied the creative problem solving learning model has a influence on the literacy numeracy skill of the ex-student of junior high school 5 Tuban, so that this model can be used as an alternative for teacher to create learning effective discrimination teaching and learning activity in order to get maximum learning outcomes. There is a significant effect of the creative problem-solving learning model on student literacy numeracy skill in class X statistic material at junior high school Tuban. This can be based on the result of the hypothesis Desmond-Whitney of the post-test data support that Z counts is smaller than mean Z tabel mean once 90 shift, which mean that H0 is rejected and H1 is accepted. It can be conclusion the tree is a significant influence of the creative problem-solving learning model on study literacy numeracy skill in class X statistic material at junior high school 5 Tuban. Thank you.